Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we are doing the 2023 top 10s, as we are going to look at my number 8 super bantamweight in the world right now at 122 pounds, and that is Contender Ra'eese Aleem. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. Hopefully my voice is better for you guys today. I feel like it's a little bit more, it's a little bit better. Still coming down off of getting sick, but I think I'm through the worst of it. Hopefully I am. And again, hopefully I sound better for you guys. Now back to Ra'eese Aleem. Drops 2 spots for number 6. He's 33 years old. He entered the year hoping to finally bust through to get his title shot, and with the monster anyway moving up, there was a lot of hope that he would get his title shot, and get in line for his title shot. And so in June he signed on for a mandatory title eliminator against undefeated Sam Goodman of Australia. He went over to Australia on the 10's Carlos Ocampo undercard on Showtime and was a solid favorite to beat Sam Goodman, who had only really defeated TJ Doheny earlier in the year to put his name out there. Well, in the first half of the fight, I felt like Aleem was winning the fight, but it was a good one. It was a good fight. I just felt like he was doing more. And then second half of the fight, his energy level went down a little bit and Goodman's stayed the same or even went up. And I felt like that was a difference. The second half of the fight, I felt like Goodman controlled the action more and was first to the punch. And I thought Goodman deserved the victory that he got, and he won by a split decision over Aleem. That was a tough one for Aleem because not only did it was his first loss, but it kind of ruined his chances, his immediate chances of a world title shot, anytime soon. So now he enters 2024 really needing to bounce back. And, he didn't fight the remainder of the year in 2023. He's a PBC guy. Not a ton of PBC fighters at 122, at least top level guys. But them fighting on Amazon Prime now instead of Showtime, maybe more people might be willing to go. I don't know if more people are going to be willing to work with the PBC or less. I mean, I really don't know. But Aleem, he has the talent, in my opinion, to be a world champion for sure. But he's got to stay busy. He's got to stay active. He's got to get back in the ring. And knowing this is going to be a bounce back year, a year where he's got to try to get back in title contention, it should be really important at 122, because I feel like 122 is on the verge of opening wide up in 2025. Because anyway, staying at 122 for now. He wants to fight his mandatory challengers, which are pretty much the top guys in the division besides himself. And Aleem can use 2024 as the year to become a mandatory challenger or put himself in the number 1 or 2 spot in any of the governing bodies, because once Inoue gives up all 4 of the titles and decides to move up to 126, then there's going to be likely 8 fighters lobbying for vacant world titles. So why not, get and do it now if you're Ra'eese Aleem? And I hope he does. So that's pretty much what he's got to do. I mean, again, it's going to be tough because there's not going to be a ton of guys that want to fight, a guy with his style and with him not being like a huge name. But if they can come over and fight on Prime and Al Heyman can offer them enough money, maybe Ioannou Baluta, the veteran who's number 10 right now for me, maybe Liam Davies, who's undefeated and trying to move himself into the mix a little bit. Maybe Marlon Taplis, who's worked with the PBC before, and he's now a former unified champ. He's just coming off that loss to Inoue last week. And then there's guys like, in my opinion, like maybe Azat Hovhannissian, who's coming off a loss to Luis Neri by knockout last year, and he wants to get back in the mix. So I think if Aleem's willing to take the risk, I think he maybe shakes off the loss and shakes off the rust and gets, just comes back and gets a one, takes on a low-level opponent and get a victory, and then push towards a bigger fight, an eliminator in the second half of the year. But we'll see what happens. But that's it. That's what I got. That's my 2023 top 10 on my number 8 super bantamweight in the world right now at 122 pounds. Ra'eese Aleem of the United States. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.